Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nikki, Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. I remember being a young girl and being a big fan of the 90s era music. In fact, I still listen to 90s music today. I'm probably going to be telling my age, but this was when the time was with Wu-Tang, A Tribe Called Quest, NWA, Mobb Deep, and Method Man existed. I am so excited about this appearance today. So let me get to the reason why I'm here today. Today's guest is Vito Tisdale, also known as Big V or Vito Banga. He is the former member and frontman of the multi-platinum hip-hop group Nappy Roots. The group was signed to Atlantic Records and released their first commercial project, Watermelon Chicken and Grits, in 2002, which went multi-platinum. The album also earned the group 2 Grammy nominations: Best Rap Song Collaboration for Po Folks, which featured Anthony Hamilton. The group also was nominated for American Music Awards, Soul Train Awards, and MTV VMA after the release of this album. He has also added actor to his list of accomplishments, landing a role in the movie The Breakup Masters and the lead role in the film 45 Seconds. In addition, Vito was featured in the made for a BET movie, The Business of Christmas Part 2, as well as the character of Uncle Charles in the Geechee One film, Black and Blue Tears. The list goes on and on when it comes to this amazing artist. So, after the countdown, please welcome this amazing example in the art industry to the stage.
Welcome to Kentucky. We deal with friendship. We love to get along. Kentucky loves each other. I love you, Kentucky.
Was ashamed to be nappy head and all, ain't no change in me.
Oh, hello.
So was hi.
How you doing?
Memory lane now, memory lane. It's chilling. How are you, Nikki?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Oh, glad you sharing your platform with me. Some good old Nappy Roots to start it off, and every happened to be a Carolina boy. How this is, you know how this feel.
So tell me, when did you and hip hop meet? How did that journey start?
Man, I was in the 4th grade, and I was watching Crush Groove, and Ron was arguing with his brother. You know, he's a little late or something. They were mad over shit late, and he got on stage, you know. There's been a whole lot of talent on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. You know what I mean? This is my mother. You know what I mean? When it like that, man, that's when I knew I had to be that. And then it seemed far away. It was on TV. And then my kid's mother, rest her soul, I was in the 10th grade, no, 11th grade. She said, listen to this shit. This fat boy sound, ooh, I swear it was you. And so we got to listen. She brought me this artist named 8 Ball, MJG. You know, it take a nigga that's hard from the start. You know, my grandma from Tennessee. And so it was like, whoa. And from that point on, I didn't want to be nothing else. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So that's when I fell in love with hip hop. After
Wow.
NWA and MC Ren, I knew, that's what I was gonna do.
Hmm. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, how did you and Nappy Roots, the members of Nappy Roots, end up meeting each other and starting that group?
In a small town called Bowling Green, Kentucky. They were going to Western University, WKU, Hilltop of Red and all that was located in my town. And the partner of mine that played football named Sean was like, man, they need a you needed them, and they serious. So we went to house parties like they rap over here, invite them in, and so it was locals and college guys partying. We now this ritual, and there was a guy named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that was going to college at Western playing basketball and going back to LA, at spring, so our tapes was everywhere and everybody was stealing. And Nappy Roots was, after that, we became a novelty, like on sorority shirts and fraternity shirts, uh, Nappy Roots in your color, and we had a mom and pop store early in the beginning, college students and the local bar coming together. Master P was big at that time, and we already had identity. So, in '98, he took the music back to LA. Mike Karen, VP and A&R for Atlantic Records and Electra right now. VP, really close friend after all that time. Before that time, we wasn't friends, but grooming and becoming a great MC. Signed a record deal in '98, 2001. Oh no, hell no, boy. And the rest been, blurred. 5 albums in, and children and ups and downs. If you watch Five Heartbeats or Temptations or NWA, all of it.
Mm-mm. 98 was a good year. That was the year I graduated from high school, actually.
Word
Wow.
up, word up.
Wow.
The real generation, the ones who wrote in cursive, and
That's right.
Survivor of the Freak Nick, and all that good stuff.
Right.
And and so that was the beginnings. We was on promotional tours coming through South Carolina with Soleil, JT Money, 8 Ball MJG, Trick Daddy. Bitch, you don't know now, and we came through with All Now. And this was after watching Outkast get booed for being the best artist.
Mm.
And still had to take your shit to New York and get it certified and see us, so Nappy Roots, the first wave of the country with Southern rap, the second wave. I did that. So around them times.
So, what prompted you to be a solo artist? Why did you end up becoming a solo artist?
I never could. Like I wrote All Now, I wrote Poor Folks, and then running into Rico Wade after about the 5th album, we working with Organized Noise, God rest his soul. And he taught me exactly what I needed. Like Scales and Skinny had been doing sessions with him before I got there. Skinny was playing underhanded. If you ever seen like the Temptations, Otis, and I seen like they feed him the information and not David
Mm-hmm.
or Eddie Kane. So it was like on that level. And me and you can't go meet in the office and come out if you ain't got dope. So
Okay.
once you understand that part, and I didn't know I was supposed to say one verse and leave. Like watching Jeezy after he did Boys in the Hood, he did one verse and left. I didn't know after introducing you to Jazzy Faye and Anthony Hamilton in one album, I was supposed to go.
Mm.
It was country album, the only record deal, the only platinum artist here at that time. So I just, loyal to it, I guess to a fault. So running into Rico Wade, and we for the last album, and Nappy Roots is the first producers we ever worked with. And Rico was going through his thing, and he was like, I've been seeing Scales and Skinny, and I've been waiting to meet Lionel Richie, the man with the sound. What's up? It's the Commodores. I get to meet the big dog, and we run off and we talk. He's like, you got all the money, you know, bloop, 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 you wrote this, and that. And I was like, Rick, I ain't. Then he looked over at them. And then we, you know, so that was my last album with Nappy Roots. And so I had the old lady left, the kids at mama's. I had to go and never look back as an adult. So I've been
Wow.
raising kids the last 12 years.
Hmm.
So I left the group, all that in one, you know. And so I figure a man with a no future would die silent. So I got everybody baptized and graduated, and got school teachers and truck drivers and football players and basketball, you know, good people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just seen that through. Shot some movies during COVID, came up with my own dispensary after getting downloaded 11 million times illegally by Napster. And I realized how the record labels were merging. Nobody was going to make money, and definitely with some other cats owning my publishing and all that. So I had to really grow up. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the world knew me. So I created this QR code that you scan with your phone and get the music so you don't have to print up the CDs. I'm a poor man now. I got to think thrifty and get back. There's 11 million people that know me. Now, why would they buy your music, V? What's going to make your music different than what you call it when we can just do what we do and steal it? Well, I put this QR code on cannabis products,
Mm.
vape pen, gummy bear, you know, cannabis products. That, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and $20
Smart.
from 5,000 people was 100 racks.
Mm.
So I began to, this was before COVID. So I got my own dispensary and began to dabble and dibble in that. So it was, now I'm not in a group and people that know me know me.
Right.
And, but I didn't, like Rico freed me. It was like, V, rap's territorial. Stop being friendly. They robbed you. They stole from you. The whole industry. Now, don't be just mad at Skinny. Realize that the situation. You introduced us to Anthony Hamilton and Jazzy Faye, and you ain't got the money for it. So we get it. We did. We know what happened. But you know, so now it was like, I know 11 million people and create this QR code and stop being, you know, can't feel sorry for myself. Now I know about my publishing and I know who I am. And I didn't have a producer. And Andre Harrell was just ecstatic. He was like, nobody produced this for you, fat boy. And he was like, how you eating? And then he was trying to tell me early. But there was a lot of things that I had learned through Prince. And so I was just putting it all together. So I took my time out, got the kids together, created a QR code, put it on, you know, now it's 100 a half for the album.
Wow.
You scan the code, you want whatever you smoking, the best sativa, yeah, it's 100 a half. So now I do it like that. I was a weed man before Nappy Roots. Now I got a tax ID number in the corner office. The corner, like Jay-Z said, I was listening. I was orientated. Now here it is. Here it come back, USA.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It
So how did you feel when you was Grammy nominated in 2003? How did that experience go?
being one of them kids that grew up to Bobby Jones and mama being a gospel girl and cleaning up the Soul Train and shit. And to get there, you know, by the strike of your pen. I was like, blessed. Lord know my mama twisted bag and daddy was a garbage man. And hell, money wasn't gonna get me there. So I had to, you know, really, you know, just accomplished, blessed. Uh God could have done anything, but he picked me,
I know that's right. Mm.
you know, and just, you know, when you ain't got nothing, everything is anything. Anything is plenty.
You're right. You're right. You're
You
right.
know, so a spark of the light, and people know your gift, and to know you're world renowned with world renowned talent from a small town of low income and government housing and poverty and not education. Your whole place is like a hustle and flow, and to know that you God right there, nothing special, but what He made it deem it, and just riding on that. It's just been plenty for me.
Wow, wow. So, well, I was reading on your own on the online. I was reading about the nonprofit that you have going, Light of Chance program. Tell me a little bit about that.
Non-profit, light a chance. Like, as being a hands-on father, I was noticing more kids needed more of a me. And what made me different, and I guess Nappy Roots as a whole, was identity. So I wanted to offer that. If you know who you are, you won't be nothing else. So
Oh,
we come up with finding your you. Who are you? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite song? What weather can you do without? What car will you drive? Mom and them don't live a bad life, but what about a credit score? And shit, what neighborhood you grew up in is like what? And so and just bringing that and just sculpting lives. Kids are so easy to go left or right. Just
hmm
give them the right foot. And if they know who they are, they won't make no mistakes.
exactly.
Know who you are. So being there teaching identity through the arts, knowing mom and daddy can't pay for it, but to give you an outlet. Maybe there might be another me or better me or wiser me. And just to find those people and free them or whatever you're going through. Don't look at your mom and daddy as I'm going to do better. Just match what they would do. A
Hmm
credit score, a father who stay, saving yourself for the right person. It ain't about going all the way prom night. That's traditional. Well, how does it usually go?
hmm
So just to iron out some things that we live through and being able to say them without being embarrassed, and the things that you will suffer if you don't open a blind eye.
You're right. I think that's awesome that you're doing that, helping with the kids because so many of these kids are lost now. They don't know what direction they're going in.
Yeah, and then some of us is lost,
Lost.
and then you read the status. Like at 40 years old, where's a black woman eating appetizers with Miss Stephanie at 40? Why? Because she done through with love and it's through with her that way. She
That's
loves
it.
her kids and Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Every now and then the army will come in town and the girls will have some fun. Other than that, she
That's
now.
it.
How do we go to make things better for the next generation? Okay, this is some things that went wrong with our decisions of the last 20 years. Now, do it this way.
hmm Exactly. So, how
Yeah,
do you think your life has changed after being famous?
yeah, hell yeah. The thought process, the freedom of the mind, where most people look at the police, shit, that's the police. Well, the hell, pay them for security. Shit, it's a different kind of view from the other way. Got to protect the money.
Gotta protect the money. Gotta protect you too.
The money. Money, you only valuable because they garden it, right?
You're right. You're
All
right.
right. So don't talk that crap. And rap ain't just for you to be bad and diss somebody.
Mhm.
Every rap I meet, bitch, I'll do this and I'm gonna do it. Well, what about if your mother's outside? Granted too, huh? And
Exactly.
just talking some ID, I like music. I don't give a damn how bad you are. What do we relate to? And I don't want your weird ass around me sniffing that shit with a pistol. Now get the fuck away. And just be explaining it to them. Like they
Right.
moving their fist and kicking a bitch's ass and doing this here. I'm like, get that stupid shit away from me, please. And thank you, damn up. I fuck with it if it's hard. And I like it. It's good. But I don't want to hear about no bullshit you looking for somebody who look like me. Right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm Versace up over here, nigga. Get that shit away from me. And just ID. And so
Right.
now when you despise the dumb shit, then they ain't got no audience.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
so we learned some ID. We want to hear food music, go over by yourself. You know the mood that's gonna put you in. And then if
hmm
I'm listening to food music, then what we gonna see?
Exactly.
So yeah. So actuality, reality rap is still my quotes. King of barbecue music. I want the pastor, your grandmother, Your father to enjoy themselves while it's playing, like Temps is on. You know,
So
my
what
girl. I,
so what advice would you give the younger generation that is interested in getting into the music industry?
be yourself. Know all you need to know, and don't shut down your locations thinking you too good for something. If nobody knows your name, any deal is plenty. If you the truth, you're gonna be there, and you're gonna level up. But don't be having a bunch of cats around you that's jealous of you and won't tell you the truth. And don't, now put your girl in your situation or the vice versa. Could you take it if she signed a record deal and was out there with Skew and they screaming her name every night? Could you put the kids on the bus without saying shit and go to work and wait for a call? Think about that. When you're out there doing that, you're gonna reap what you sow.
Ooh,
You
you
talk,
right.
yeah, you talking about death, it's gonna come. You talking about good shit, it's gonna come. Damn. Ooh, I'm having back issues today. You talking about bad shit, it's gonna come. But what
Mhm.
I'm saying is you reap what you sow. The world is a beautiful place. You don't have to be in one genre. There's
You
God made
right.
blood and crip. Uh, be who you are. And then you get around who you need to be around. Other than that, no, you being gold around a bunch of pyrite, we won't know the difference.
You right. You right. Won't know the difference. Wow. But that's funny you say in different genres because see Beyonce switched over the country. I
She
haven't
calls
yet.
it that, but it's her doing music. She
Yeah.
from Texas. They country anyway,
You
right?
right.
And
You
it's about
right.
a painful life. Who's going through more embarrassing shit than her right now? So, as if you ain't a Christian, you'd be into that. But me, I'm so
Exactly.
concerned what God got for me. And Beyonce is gonna be great, no matter what she do.
Exactly.
You,
You
you
right.
know, she her. She got every reason to feel like she
Exactly.
that chick. Yeah, yeah. Uh, but she do that too. And when you're the best for so long, people didn't like Tom Brady and they don't like LeBron. But you watching it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bless they punk ass hearts. Uh, yeah,
Exactly.
shit, my back ain't right. Ooh. But
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I just think I'd like to do a remix. I'm king of country rap.
I know. I
Beside
know it.
Nelly, after Moses split it to sea, shout out to St. Louis and Pimp Juice and Mr. Nelly, uh, country grammar. He was talking that shit my auntie and them knew.
Mm-hmm.
And Nappy Roots was next. And we ain't never done a record with Nelly. I like to let him know
Wow.
how he inspired the world. If he ain't heard it from me, I don't know. Him and Skinny kind of had a different run in, Louisville and St.
Mm-hmm.
Louis kind of showed me things to him. I'm more of a country guy. Hell, anything's plenty, man. I want us both to get a beer. You
Exactly.
know,
He said get a beer.
yeah. So shout out to Nelly, Pimp Juice, my dog in St. Louis right now. Plugs don't take pictures, Twizzy, and we doing something else. I got 3 grandsons in St. Louis,
Okay.
so we spent a lot of time around the same producers. The guys who made Po Folks made Give Me Two Pair.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Didn't know
so
that.
yeah, a lot of close history.
Hmm.
So so yeah, shout out to Chingy, uh, the track boys for making the tracks, the Saint Lunatics, and everybody else who's doing it in the Midwest. But I got a new way to sell it, y'all. Y'all might want to holler at old Barry Gordy. He's back.
So give me a little sneak peek into your solo project that you're working on right now.
My solo project. I've got several on the fire, but we're gonna open up with Written in Bud. And it's cannabis written in bud, a different way to view it. Living life through peace. And being a single parent and custodial parent ain't easy. It feel like a
Hmm.
Tyler Perry play most times.
Right.
And it's
Right.
dealing with that, being 40 years old and realizing all night long ain't long enough. We both work shifts. Shit, time I work out, do what I need to do, 12 hours, and you do. We do Lucky to Slow Dance in the living room, let alone, remember you used to go to work, dance nasty, make love, get up, watch the kid when you was 20.
Shoot.
That any of that'll cost you a nap. In my
What?
world, yeah. So now, yeah. So now it's music reflecting that. Beef ribs and green bean, barbecue music, daytime music, and still with something to say. I'm gonna shoot my jumper. For if we were Sports Center, if we was Donnie Simpson in all night long, ain't long enough. If we on the corner and you out there with your nephew and them trying to school them, plugs don't take pictures. Damn, bro. Yeah. Like, it's still giving the game up. And it's okay. It's okay now. And got with some damn Carolina boy that live out in Lauderdale named Urban Mystic.
I remember Urban Mystic.
Yeah.
I remember Urban Mystic.
Yeah. We got a few records together.
Okay.
All on Me, where you spending the weekend with your baby mother, just football season. She done missed all that stuff. You get her nails done, her back rub. It's all on me this time. Pay for your transmission, get your tires, rotated. Good love. And this is what it's about first. And then we're putting out Beautiful Waste of Time, my life story with a soundtrack. And it's gonna be more like I'm reading pages, my voice, an audio book. I'm gonna be doing a lot of voiceovers and continuing to do a lot of movies. I got my own insurance company. $329 out of your federal taxes, I'll give you a $20,000 funeral. You ain't got $15,000 right on site, do you? If that happens.
Right.
So yeah, we're doing that. Often 5 months a year to sign up, and just trying to help my po folks and people that's working class and don't quite know.
Awesome. So my most important question of this interview is, how can people book you and follow you?
You can find me on therealestnigga.com. Big V of Nappy Roots at gmail.com. Booking Big V. I'm all over the place. You can just simply do this. 270-991-8272 and ask for Pat. Mike Jones. Nah, you know what I'm talking about. But for real, I'm easy going. I'm around places. I'm at my dispensary. At Vito's, Luther's Janitor, Vito's dispensary, home of the hippie. And I'm there 18 hours a day. Most time I work, eat, and sleep. Cannabis, written in bud.
Wow. You got a lot going on.
God
Definitely.
is good. He said, shit, I'll give you rest when you need it. But other than that, keep going. We got some more stuff for you.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on the Breaking the Silence. I really appreciate it. I was so excited about this appearance. Somebody from the 90s on my platform that I used to listen to all of your music.
Ooh, I got to get you the good music too right now. And thank you for used to listening to it. We got to run into each other. I want to meet you on your terms. I got some gravy at the nursing home to make mama eat again.
Okay.
And I'm selling that album too. And it's just a QR code on the best piece of gravy. They eat that in the nursing home. A little gain weight. We get, Miss Parker, and just thank you for sharing your platform with me. I'm going back to the grassroots of things. You know how we made it work. Whether it was a house party or at your cousin's.
It is.
Yeah, there you go.
And I would like to thank everyone else out there for tuning in. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the Break the Silence podcast YouTube channel and all other platforms. Join me tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for the Breaking Silence open mic, where you'll witness some incredible talent. This open mic is gonna be one that you do not want to miss. Tomorrow, coming to the stage is Mr. Kevin Mullins, CEO of Common Ground at 1 p.m. At 2 p.m., Brian Grindon, the COO of Media Kings Television. So, thank you so much, Big B, for being a guest on Breaking the Silence. I really do appreciate you, and don't be a stranger.
Thank you, Nikki. We're gonna do the second round with you, and I'm gonna come through Carolina with Big Steve with my Mother's Day record. We need it to effect, to say the least.
All right, we'll be in touch, and thank you so much again. And everyone else out there, tune in again next time to Break the Silence together.